Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm always, Jesus Christ, I'm always tired. Oh my God. So, yes, I hope that everyone is fine. My throat, for some reason, is just kind of weird right now. But just another wonderful day in paradise. Why is my throat like this? I swear I've like slept well. I don't know. This is strange. Why my throat is like this? Um, but yeah, let me take a sip of water just in case. I don't know. All right. Anyways, good morning. So let's get directly to the meat. Problems. Problems thus far are we are just basically trying to solve the cross chain issue, right? So um, I I have already kind of more or less kind of delved into it, but I have to now um, how do you say this? Like I have to also be looking into the other stuff that we're working on, like for example the mini games, right? So I realized one thing, and that is that we have a little bit of a hardship, which is mining and uh, and the mini game for combat, right? So mini game for combat, um, we are we're still haven't done it yet, but I'm already reviewing it. Okay, logically. So um, the way that we have made the mini game, it's very cool, but um, I'm realizing that it's consuming a lot of data. So I have to make it more simple. Okay, so um, I saw a game that is very popular that it gave me ideas about. Okay, that I think we can use. Um, that I think we can use for this type of scenario. Because what happens is that um, right now, if we were to do the way that I want to do it, if we have, I don't know, 800 players versus 800 players, it might not be what I'm looking for. Um, because we might have a lot of lag. So I'm heavily thinking about how to do this because we can do guild versus guild, I think, right? And I don't think that will be a problem per se. I don't think so. But the question is, if we do 30 versus 30 players, will this impact performance still? Because it's 30 versus 30. And I know we're doing something super simple, but like, I'm not sure if this is the correct way to go. Okay, so I'm still thinking about it because there is an easier way that we can do this, and I'm thinking a way that we can support even more players is by doing kind of like capture points, maybe like structures. So that way, when a user or when users go and command units, right? Each one will go towards a structure per se. I think this might be the best way to go instead of allowing them to roam around, right? Because then what happens is that the physics are gonna go crazy. Like if right now we're modeling every tank will have its own physics. Like every tank will have its own physics with the shooting and everything, and each one is basically like its own thing. And this might be good maybe for a 30 versus 30 tank game, but when we're talking about like 800 people, we might we might be doing too much. So I have to compromise an idea maybe where instead of letting them roam around, the entire map. Maybe they will battle inside of capture points, basically. Okay, so capture points like structures, maybe, or we can call it maybe cities or maybe villages or something, where the tanks have to go to. And this will make much more sense because now we don't have to care about physics, because we are not going to let the tanks how do you say this, be aware of its surroundings, but rather it's more of like, if you capture this point, defending gives you a little bit boost than attacking, right? And so I think that might be the best. Okay, so we don't deal with the lag, we don't deal with all these performance issues that can happen when we go with more than 30 tanks, and we allow for more than 30 people, more than 60 people to work on the same game. I don't know if it will be cool per se, because I know that we have to also look into how fun it is to do this. But I think this might be better. Okay, and the beautiful thing about this is that we can also do battles on on Earth. Okay, if we're talking about battles on Earth, we can do that. Okay, we can do like a, oh my god, I swear to god, I'm getting every single time when I come on stream I'm super tired. So we can look into maybe maps on Earth and like cities, right? And kind of use these also, kind of like a mock-up of like how it could be, right? How the war can be. um so I think that's gonna be very cool in a sense, because now we can expand and use more maps, right? Even real life maps, right? So I think it might be better. I don't know. I truly do not know. The only way where I will know is when I start testing it, which I haven't yet. But thinking performance wise, and thinking with what I want to do, I think it might be better. Okay, it might be better. So we'll see. I don't know. Another problem is that, yeah, man, I don't know what's going on. Like, people say one thing and then they do another, and I think at this point I really truly learned my lesson, because you trust that people will do what they say they will do, because that's what I do, right? When I say I will do this, I will make sure I do this, and I do it. But I don't know. I really don't know what is happening in this industry, because when I was in education, right, and I have a list of tasks that I have to do, right, or I have to hire someone, or I was hired, right. When they say, yeah, we will hire you to do this, I was hired to do that, I will do it, right. Or if I'm working with another company, with my own company, they will say, yeah, we need you here. Yeah, I will be here, no problem, and I was there. Or they will say, hey, we're going to do this for you. Yeah, they can do this for me, they will do it for me. There was never an issue of commitment. But in this industry, for whatever reason, I don't understand. It's like they promise something and then it never happens. I'm like, what is going on? Like, seriously. Um, I'm not gonna get too much into it, but like, I don't know. It's just so weird. Like, I've never had this type of problems with like regular businesses, but for some random reason in crypto, there's like, uh, I've noticed like there's like a lot of promise, and then there's just default. Like, forget about it, and I just don't know why. I truly don't know why. It's a world in itself, and I know there's plenty of scammers out there, because I truly do know. And it's like, imagine I have all this stuff, all this work that I mentioned that I'm working on, right? Imagine that somebody comes and says, "Yeah, we'll give you $10,000, and just make sure you do this, which is cool for your game." And I go ahead and start building there without getting absolutely nothing. It's a loss for us, okay? Maybe people who are doing this don't understand, but it's like, if I start to build and then suddenly you change your mind, it's a loss for me. Okay, it's a loss for me. It's a loss for everybody in the project. So, yeah, thankfully I'm not falling for that. I kind of understood it that way, but it's like I'm giving these updates to everybody where I'm like, yeah, they're promising this, they're promising that, and it doesn't happen. So, the good thing is that I did receive the funding from the hackathon, so that's good, right? Because they did commit to what they were saying. Um, but like it took them a long time too. Like I'm like, why is it taking so long? Because when we dispersed the winnings, it took us very little time. So I don't know why that is. Only one time it took us a long time because our funds were kind of stuck. But we did let people know about it. It's not that we didn't let people know about it, and they were understanding. So that's fine. But in this case, they didn't say absolutely nothing, and then they just postponed it for the longest period of time. But they still dispersed it, which is fine. I'm okay with that. But we have a chain that promised, "Oh yeah, we'll give you all of this. Yeah, no problem." And and then nothing. And then I say, "Well, when are we gonna have the technical meeting? I will support you at least with that. I understand if you guys don't have money, it's no problem." Nothing. It's like it suddenly became like ghost. Like first of all, when there was no funding in the place, they were talking and everything was fine, right? And suddenly it's time to claim that funding, and then it's gone. Like there's nobody in the chat. So like, bro, i I don't understand where this commitment issue comes from. So that's one chain. Then there's the other chain, okay, where there was a bunch of money also there too. I go in it, they make a change of people, and then suddenly they now like blatantly ignore me with the new person that comes in, and that person never said anything either, which is like to my astonishment. And like, what the heck is going on, right? So whatever, that's another chain. And then we have this other project, okay, that was saying, wow, you guys are great, this is great, I really want it, and yeah, you should build and we should collaborate and blah blah blah. And I was really excited because that's actually a technology that I think will be beneficial, okay. So I don't have anything against it. But supposedly, remember I said this Monday we were supposed to receive news, because that's what they said. They say Monday you will receive news, we'll make a contract, whatever. Monday comes over, nothing. So we're already Thursday, and that person has not said anything. Look, at this point, if people don't say what they're gonna do or give an update of what they're gonna do, I just don't care at this point. Like seriously, I'm not even gonna bother with it, because imagine I waste resources of my own. Resources are not free, okay? I know these people are getting paid, but we are not. We are literally self-funded as much as possible with using a little bit of funds from the emergency fund right now, okay? So us working on this type of things and then not expecting anything, it's crazy, all right? It's crazy for me to say, yeah, let's work on it, and then boom, there's nothing in it. I already learned my lesson anyway, so thankfully I haven't done anything with them, because I was like, I'm very cautious about this, right? I have to manipulate my strategy very very good. And so yeah, no, thankfully I've never done anything for them since I've always waited. I'm like, I'm not gonna start building until they fulfill what they promised, which is basically funding at this point, because it's not, it doesn't make sense to do things for free and then suddenly get burned by a promise that will never be. And this is not just me, okay. This there's a friend of mine also who's also in the space, and they're okay. He and I'm very sorry if you watch this video. I love you. You already know I love you. But he was working for this chain. I'm never gonna say the name of the chain, by the way. I don't wanna have any problems with anybody. I don't want any beef. But my friend was working with this chain for like 4 months. Okay, 4 months, because they said they promised they will pay him. That they gave him, I think, like around 100,000 or something like that. And it's a chain that I know of. Okay, it's not a small chain. It's a chain that is a big project. Okay, it's not a random project. And so he worked for free for 4 months, all right, and he worked his ass off, right? Like he was working really hard for 4 months, and and he comes to like send the project. Okay, like he's submitting the project. He's like, all right, I worked for 4 months, and I'm looking forward to getting that 100K so I can expand, blah blah blah, na na na. And he did a really good job actually. Like I was like, why the heck didn't you do this for Stellargate? Because he at one point he was kind of like our marketing kind of like person who was helping us with advisory, right? But it's fine. I get it. He was just he. I don't know. I think it was during the period of time that it was hard for him, and he had issues, personal issues. So I understand it, um, but anyways, so yeah, he goes to ask for the funding, and they just disappear. They're like, he's like, oh my god, no way. He's like, no way. I wasted 4 months. I wasted my own money to do this, and now they're not gonna do anything. And he told me, and I was like, dude, this is very sad. They're not giving me anything. And I'm like, no way. Are you serious? And he's like, yeah, like it's very sad right now. Like I don't know what to do. And I'm like, no, dude, you gotta claim that. You gotta claim that. Did you write a contract? It's the first thing I ask. It's like, do you write a contract? Look, if you know the person, you can trust more. Okay, if you know the person, you can trust them. Okay, that I will say that, right? But if you don't know the person and they're promising you this and you work for 4 months, like it's a no-go for me. Like I don't know you. I don't expect here we're best of friends, we're gonna work. Nah, because I already got wrecked. Okay, I already got wrecked. I don't want to get wrecked anymore. Okay, so I asked him, it's like, do you sign a contract? And he's like, no, I didn't sign a contract. And I'm like, oh snap. Okay, do you have the conversations? Yes, I do have the conversations, but like this person doesn't work there anymore. I'm like, oh my god, are you serious? And it's like, okay, so who else do you have contact with? And it's like, I have I don't really have contact. I guess I do have a couple of them. I was like, okay, try it. So he tries with them, and they're like, yeah, he doesn't work for us anymore. And he's like, but yeah, but this doesn't matter because when he promised he was working for you. So he went all out. Like he reached the one of the VP from the chain or something like that from the company that makes them. You think they care? Nope. He didn't get anything. So that was sad. That was like very sad because he worked for 4 months and received absolutely nothing, which was crazy. So yeah, that's a story from one person. Then you already know from me. I have a couple more stories I guess that I can share with regards to that, but damn, it's like you are in crypto, and it's like I don't know which kind of people are working here. All right, like there are chains that I do trust. Okay, and Phantasma, I actually trusted quite a lot, to be honest. Like I did. Like it was pretty. Gary was pretty awesome, man. I really like Gary. And that's what brought me to Phantasma. But then, new leadership came over, and things just kind of like we got wrecked. It's like, wow, look, we did all this work, and it's crazy. I understand they're going over a rework, and so let's hope that it's just that, right? Because I do trust them. I do trust them. I know it's hard. I know it's not easy. There's some things that obviously I don't like too much, but we'll see. Like I said, people need funding in order to produce, and especially gaming. If you're doing games, you kind of need funding to do stuff, right? Or if you're a developer like me, where most of my stuff I do is by myself, it's cheaper. It is cheaper, but I do have costs, right? It's not like I don't. But yeah, I think if I look at Phantasma and what they're doing, I think they're just being super cautious, right? They're being super cautious with the little funding they have, which I don't know how much funding they got initially. I really don't know. I don't know how many of that funds are still available. I don't think any of that is public to us. I know from other chains they do have a public treasury, but that's not the case with Phantasma. So, or at least I'm unaware of the public treasury and how much it holds. I have no idea. So I do hope that they fix that ASAP, because I think we're gonna have a bull run soon, right? So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, I do trust Phantasma, so I do hope that they make it work. And now we're with ICP. ICP thus far has been wonderful. I have heard some stuff from it, like some social stuff, but I just I'm looking more into the tech in that chain, because I really like what they're doing. So I'm really excited about ICP, to be honest, and what it can do, or what we can accomplish there. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to that. Like what we're working right now. Thus far, everything that they have said they have done. I think today, if anything, we're gonna find out something really cool. Uh, I don't know if it will happen today. They say they will, so hopefully we win a second hackathon. We'll see. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I'm just very excited. We did a lot of work, and I hope that they see our work, and that we get to win that hackathon, because that means funding for Stellar Gate. And then, like I said, I'm doing the cross chain, and that should be done hopefully this week. Okay, I'm gonna use the buffer and go all the way to Sunday to try and polish it, and then apply for a grant for that. And another person in our community actually mentioned that we should apply for a second grant for the minting on cross chain, which I think I will. I think I will, because all of that goes into Stellargate, and it's beneficial. I can probably say I'm gonna make it open source. I don't mind making a token minting cross chains open source for people in ICP, so they can do their own projects. It doesn't impact us negatively. So I think I will do that. And apply for those grants, and see how it goes. So yeah, it's very, very cool, everything that we're working on right now. Like I said, just those problems, basically, like with the logic, and people just defaulting on. Bro, I swear to God, I don't get why, dude. Like, I think this is just like a crypto thing. Seriously, like, you just gotta be careful in crypto who you're dealing with. Like, it's just it's crazy, man. Like, if I get if I get scammed again, like, I will be pulling my hair. But thankfully, not. I have not been scammed again. Like, I've been very careful. I learned a lot of stuff, and now business to business, I'm learning even more. I suppose that's how it is, though. Like, even look, I can even mention one more example, but I think I will leave that as anecdotes of a random crypto developer. Just kidding, not random, because we're here. ISS, right? The ISS company stories. I should make a shorts video of, like, how business to business in crypto works, basically, right? So I guess we can call it the flake edition, where we're talking with a chain, and then suddenly just flake out, man. Like, I swear to God, oh my God, we have not flaked. We have built here in Stellargate. We never flake, bro. Never flake. The only thing that we're doing is that we're just always changing to use the most of technology, but we don't flake. We're here, man. We said we're gonna build a bridge. We build it without audit. But we build it. All right. We could have launched it, but it wasn't audited. So, and that's when we requested, I think, like $64,000 from Phantasma. We we uh we also did a Dex. We said we were gonna do it. We did version 1. We did it. We said we're gonna do a version 2 Dex. Boom, we did it. We said we're gonna put it in production. Boom, we put it in production. Okay, we did it. Back when we were talking with Polygon, we said we're gonna do a metaverse, a building. Boom, we did it. Like, we're gonna do a concert. We're gonna hurry up. Boom, we did it. So yeah, we everything that we have said that we're gonna do, we did it. We launched a token, we did it. We're gonna change, we did it. We're gonna go to ICP. Let's make migration happen. Let's not leave anybody behind. Boom, we're doing it. So expect that from Stellargate. If I go wrecked, expect an announcement saying, "Boom, I got wrecked." We did it. I don't think we'll get wrecked. I don't think so. I have really good. I have something coming on the back, actually, that I'm not announcing, but but it will be beneficial for Stellargate. So we're there. We're just holding on tight, guys. We're holding on tight with all the market conditions, all the scammy businesses out there. We're still here. We're working as soon as we can to produce everything that we can. I onboarded a developer or a couple developers. I'm already about to burn one of them because he's not really working. I don't have time. Maybe the previous me would have been like, yeah, let's use this developer. Let's wait a little bit. I don't have time to waste, guys. I don't have time to waste with a developer that doesn't want to work. It just I don't have this time. All right. If I work with developers, you better work. I don't have time to be like, oh yeah, we're gonna be patient. We're gonna wait. No, you don't show me the signs that you wanna work. I will just go ahead and leave. That's how it should be, and I think that's the best way to work forward. So with all the developers that we work forward, that's how we're gonna do it. We're not gonna be like before. We're gonna wait. We're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nah. You submit the work that we're talking about, and you will do it, and that's it. So I think I'm gonna burn one of the developers. Kind of. I'm not seeing that that traction. We need to make sure that we submit stuff. So yeah. Now regarding the government will be different. That I will not manage. That will be the people itself. So I guess the people will dictate how the developers that they use to whatever things they want to do, or if they want to pursue assets for clans to do stuff, or if they want to, I don't know, collectively build stuff in the game. I don't mind. That's the government stuff. But at least on ISS, do know that we do care a lot about doing stuff and achieving it on time. So yeah, I think after this live stream, I'm gonna burn one of the developers because we do have a secret project right now working on, and that will unveil as soon as we have something more tangible. And I onboarded two developers for it, but I think one of them is just, yeah, I'm not seeing it. So yeah. Anyways, thank you very much for watching this episode of Daily Updates, and I hope that you have enjoyed. So just a recap, I basically talk about all the problems in the crypto industry with business to business, talking about a little bit of how I'm doing with new addition of developers. That obviously one of them is just it's gonna get wrecked. Um, we're talking about also the problems and the logical problems regarding games. So we have to change that. Present, still working on cross chain. Future, still working on cross chain in the near future. And then after that, I will immediately shift over to. Well, I was supposed to shift on the 10th to the minigame, but obviously, there, that business is gone. So because they haven't fulfilled their Monday contract, so we'll just let it be as they don't care. So we just focus on our stuff then, which is no problem. So I think this weekend I will after this weekend I will be doing the token instead for ICP for RA, and also for CIT, and for TAS and the merchant office. I think that might be my priority. But I know for a fact we'll be Sunday submitting all the applications that I need to submit for the grants for our technologies, so we can push forward on those fronts. Okay, because that's nobody has done that basically the way that we're doing it. Trust me when I say that we're always at the edge of tech. So that's that, and yeah, that's basically it. So anyways, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you have enjoyed this episode. It's like 30 minutes long. It's been a lot of fun discussing everything. If you like uh, this type of content, let me know. I can always pursue more. I have a bunch of stories, okay? I have a bunch of stories from everything that has happened to me thus far in the crypto industry. So if you want to know them to kind of help you, if you want to pursue more crypto stuff, let me know in the comments. I'll be more than happy to talk more about this. And obviously, I will never talk which chain or any names, but I can tell you lots of stories. I don't know if I'm a veteran really with 3 years on crypto. I don't know if I will be considered a veteran. I think there's maybe more, maybe I need more years to be a veteran. But I'm basically someone that has just been here a long time. So yeah. Anyways, take care, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 a.m. Lima, Peru time. Peace. Bye bye.